Welcome back, friends and scoundrels. I am Bran,
And I'm Lynn.
and that is Sarah. And we're on episode 3 of the Hans franchise from Final Girl, made by Van Ryder Games. We're your Final Girl trying to take care of a murderous murder man.
A murderous murder man.
Yes.
Why isn't he a mad murderous murder man?
I don't know. Those aren't the words that came into my face.
Drop the ball.
Anyways, like I said, we're doing Hans over here. That's Van Ryder Games at Sacred Groves. Yes, I got confused there for a second and almost went back in time. So, yeah, I did all the important stuff, or so I'm told. Other than, watch through this, help us with the wrap up by leaving us a comment on some things that either you think we miss or overlook or whatever, or you think that would be helpful in general. I'm not going to guarantee you that you're going to make it in, but we will try. With all that said, let's get to the table. Vacation had been Lucy's idea.
After everything that's happened, we need a break, a chance to reset.
Laurie was sure that this had something to do with Lucy's newfound religion, but she wasn't even going to try to say no this time. Lucy continued.
The groves will be our chance to find inner peace and holiness.
Yep, definitely the religious thing. To Lucy's credit, the groves were quite beautiful, and Laurie could feel the calming effect on her soul. Eventually, they found their way to a place called the Holy Groves, and Lucy insisted on praying there, while the Holy Master made his journey. Laurie didn't know what the hell she was talking about. She tended to space out whenever Lucy went on about the particulars of her religion, so she left Lucy to her prayers and went exploring. When she heard the screams ring out over the gently rolling hills, Laurie knew that he had found her once again.
Damn it, Lucy. What have you gotten us into?
Would she ever be free of Hans? Would she ever truly find inner peace? All right. And we're set up with the new mats, as I promised. It was a lot of work. I hope you're happy. Joking. But anyways, time for the boring part. The killer, Hank. There are no special rules for Hank. It's a deep cut reference.
Is it? I wouldn't know.
We just watched it.
Watched what?
Dr. Quinn.
Ah.
The bartender in Dr. Quinn's original name is Hans. For those that know.
It is.
You do, they don't. I'm assuming they don't. Not because they're stupid, but because maybe they haven't seen it.
It is old.
Sacred Groves. Special setup. Set up the game as normal with the following changes when playing with Sacred Groves. Place the Divine Wrath card in the play area and place a tracking marker on level 2. Check. Place the Sacred Groves Bloodlust track directly to the right of the chosen killer's board, lining it up with the bottom of the killer's Bloodlust track. Also check. Set the Sacred Groves Finale token to the side. It is only needed if the finale is revealed. There. Include both Atonement action cards in the action tableau. These are included with Inkenyaba. Here. Special rules, Divine Wrath. Whenever you are instructed to increase or decrease Wrath, that yellow marker thing there, move the tracking marker on the Divine Wrath card up or down the appropriate number of levels. The marker can never be below 1 or above 10, so ignore any additional increases or decreases that would move the marker beyond those levels. Whenever you are instructed to unleash Wrath, check the current level on the Divine Wrath card and apply any effects listed there. Whenever Bloodlust increases, in addition to applying any effects on the killer board, such as increasing horror or revealing a killer's dark power, you must also apply the effect, if any, listed in the matching line of the Sacred Groves Bloodlust track. Some items or card effects will allow you to reduce Wrath, but the primary way is to purchase and play Atonement action cards. If the finale is triggered, take the Sacred Groves Finale token and place it on top of the finale card. During the killer phase, after the killer action is completed, you must unleash Wrath, then increase Wrath by 1 as indicated on the token. Sacred spaces. Sacred spaces are a new type of space on the Sacred Groves location board. The burial ground, sacred shrine, and holy groves are considered sacred spaces. The more victims that are located at sacred spaces, the angrier the gods may become, and the higher the chance that wrath will increase. Alright, and then scenario setup. Funnel girl, Laurie. Not sure how she managed to get here, but we're here. Setup, family day. Items. Set up the item deck as normal. Events. 1. Holy Man. Sacred Groves Tarot cards. Tourist Trap. Punishment of the Gods. No one will notice if I break any of those pretty branches. Hans Tarot cards. Unholy Rage. Horrific Hammer Rush. Fresh Blood ×2. He Wants Me ×2. He Just Keeps Coming. Taking Survivors. Taking Souvenirs, my bad. He just kept swinging his hammer and killing and killing and killing and killing and killing forever and ever and ever. Shuffle all 12 tarot cards and deal 10, placing the remaining 2 tarot cards face down to the side. They're over there. And Dark Power, Sledgehammer Massacre, Finale, Butcher Bloodlust. Special rules. Place the girlfriend event card from Camp Happy Trails above the board. Or there. And place her special victim at the Holy Grove's space. She will not follow you or move from Holy Grove space until the Holy Man is no longer on the board.
The Holy Man?
Yeah.
Who's the Holy Man?
Don't know yet.
Ah.
I don't know how Lucy managed to get here either.
This is true. I forget what her thing was. Do you remember?
She had her throat cut.
In front of you.
That can be stitched up. We've seen that before. That movie with Tom Hardy, he gets his throat slit in that.
Maybe
Wallace.
Maybe she's
Jinx.
been resurrected, and that's why she can't leave the holy site.
Ooh, maybe. We are getting spooky. And I am on a never-ending quest to save my girlfriend, so maybe I just got resurrected along with her.
Maybe.
Sure, let's go with it. Let's roll with it. Or not. Okay, I suppose it's time to start then, huh?
I suppose so.
Let's see here. What do I want to do? It's not easy peasy going anywhere, is it?
Doesn't seem to be.
I think I'm going to try to make my way over towards them. Let's do a focus first. All right. That is some heckin' focus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got in the habit of putting them up there for the other one that... And then I guess we'll do a lot. Move one space. And lose a time. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it there. Take a close call. And I'm gonna take sprint and search and a guard just to be prepared. 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. Killer turn. So nobody here to kill. Tarot card it is. Punishment of the gods. Unleash thunder, lightning, wrath, whatever, which is -2 time. Unleash it again. Ouch. That's a hard start.
Solid start.
Target a victim. Don't think he would particularly care about that. This is not his place, so he wants to torture me. So he's going to move towards these people. He's going to stab one of them to dead.
A great storm formed overhead. and Hans felt the power of this place in the air. He climbed over one of the ruined structures and found a lone tourist in a Hawaiian shirt taking pictures. Hans was camera shy, so he approached him from behind, slicing the man's ankles with his cleaver. As the man groveled and begged for his life, Hans focused on his technique. He gripped the hilt of the hammer from a long worn part of the wood. He angled his body properly, then busted the man's head open like a watermelon. Hans was proud.
Oh, geez. Well, that goes into this. Increase wrath by number of victims at spaces. At sacred spaces. It's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Fun. And then an event card. Now the blue man comes out. The Holy Man. What kind of insane pilgrimage is this dude on? The victim furthest from the killer is now the Holy Man. The Holy Man will not follow you. Every upkeep phase, move the Holy Man one space towards the killer. When the Holy Man is in the same space as the killer, immediately remove him from the board. If you are in his space, decrease wrath by 2-1. If you are not in his space, increase by a total of 10. Your choice. And if the Holy Man leaves play, discard this card. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. So we'll go actual space. Okay. Or not.
The hand of holding the blue person has spoken.
And is that everything resolved? Oh. 1, 2, 3. No, it would be over here. I didn't notice those were connected. Okay. Okay. Is that everything for that resolved?
Yes.
Then panic phase. 4. Come to me. Oh, hey, thanks. It's helpful.
Is it?
It came to me.
But you can't save anyone.
Why not? Oh, because I can't save people. And then upkeep phase. It's going to go here. I suppose it didn't matter because that's just as connected. I thought it was more... whatever.
You just didn't like my choice and tried to con me out of it. Congratulations, you won.
Doesn't matter.
It'll be your only victory this day.
Probably. All right. Panic phase done. Upkeep phase done. My phase. Let's do a sprint, shall we? All right. Fixed that. And we're going to bring you along. We're going to grab one of you. So it's 1, 2, 3. Y'all should get out of here. That madman is getting crazy.
He's mad.
I think I'm going to take my time now. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the butt later. I think that's all I'm going to do for now. Planning phase. Still got a close call, so we'll do that there. I want another sprint. Okay. I took a surgeon. I'll get these back. And take retaliate. Okay. Killer phase. His killer or his victim ran away from him. So he has nobody to butcher now.
Aw, poor Hans.
I know. Hans wants me. He's always wanted me. Target the final girl. Move times 2. So we get 1, 2. And they will always take an opportunity to kill. Gonna murder this guy.
Tourists run in all directions, but Hans' focus stays solely on you. He raises his hammer and takes a swing, arching it down towards your head. Lucky for you, a rushing tourist saw the attack coming and dove to push you out of the way. The tourist saved your life with their own, their face utterly unrecognizable after the blow from the hammer.
Ouch. That doesn't sound good at all. Oh, forgot to put these back. Okay. Panic phase. Nobody to panic. Upkeep phase. Now, my turn. Let's have a sprint. Let's do a reroll. Epic fail. It's not how that works, die. So move 1, 2. Lose the time. I think I'm gonna call it there. Playing a little conservative this game. So take a close call. Try the sprint thing again. You know what? I think I've got enough cards. I'm gonna leave that there for now, and I'm gonna take a distraction instead. All right. All right. Nobody to kill here. No one will notice if I break off one of these pretty branches. Shoot. I should have taken an atonement. Increase wrath by number of victims at sacred spaces. It's 2, 3. Unleash wrath. So that's 2 horrors. -4 time. Place 2 new victims on the holy groves. Ah, she's resurrected more people. She found the resurrection stone. Brought back Harry's parents. All victims adjacent to holy groves move there. Oh, bugger. I think I should reevaluate what I'm doing here a little bit. Let's do a walk. Oh, we didn't go over the girlfriend card. So I suppose we could do that real quick. Girlfriend. She's cute, funny, and the biggest badass I've ever known. The victim closest to you is now your girlfriend. She will follow you into the killer space while she is in your space. Roll an extra die for each horror roll. If the girlfriend dies while you're in your space, 5 horror. Oh, I was not doing that right. No, she was still in my space. Yeah. Never mind. All right, so I only need to move 1 space. Lose another time. Jesus. But while I'm here, I'm going to cause a distraction. Hopefully. Get rid of those. Yeah, we created a distraction. 1, 2. Horror goes up 2, down 2, whichever. And then we should do a sprint. Get some of these people out of here. Shoot. And get rid of those so I could get a couple people. 1. Go on, Lily and James. Be free. Alright, so we're going to drop the horror down. We're going to take an action card. We're going to take an atonement. It's an action card, max 2 cost. And I think we'll end there, because all I have are protection cards and that atonement. Although, I should maybe...
Are you going to atone?
I think I'm going to atone for everybody else's sins.
Oh, you think you're so perfect after all those people you let die in Creech Man.
I tried.
You didn't save a single soul. How'd that
I
atonement
paid
work?
for that.
How'd your atonement work for you?
1.
Nice. Worth it.
I atoned for that.
Clearly not enough.
Sprint. All right. Okay. Killer's turn. Nobody there to kill. He wants fresh blood. If there are no victims on the board, discard, draw the next terror card. Otherwise, target, move, murder. Bloop. Unleash Wrath. Discard 2 random action cards. -5 time. Good grief. Hopefully this works out a little bit like last time, but maybe a little bit better. What'd you take from me? That's not terrible. Could have been worse.
Jessie ran into the gift shop and hid behind the counter. She wasn't sure where Hans was, but moments ago he had cut a deep gash into her leg. She couldn't help panting, and her gasping made it easy to find her. Hans walked in and went straight for the noise. He smashed his hammer into the counter, splintering wood all over Jessie. Then he grabbed her by the hair and cut her throat in one swift motion. He ran his hands through the pouring blood and chuckled quietly.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Forgot to do that. You would be here. And then... Panic face. Okay. She will not panic. And then the holy man moves. And then... My turn. I feel like I should do a focus. Try to...
Lose more time.
And I'm done. Worth it.
Was it?
Yeah.
In what way was it worth it?
I don't know.
Okay. You cleared that up for me, thank you.
Okay, good. Oh dear. Could be worse. Killer's turn. He's going to kill Lucy. Again. Poor Lucy. Then increase by number of victims at spaces. Well, that's only 2, but we're at the top of the list. So increased horror, increased by number of victims. Terror card. Kept swinging his hammer and killing and killing and killing. There are no victims on the board. Discard, draw the next terror card. Otherwise, target, move, maim. How much are we moving? Just 1? Go here. Nobody there. Do it again. Nobody to kill. Panic phase. Nobody to panic. 2, 3. Upkeep phase. We'll move him. My turn. Oops, forgot to put that back. Oh, did you kill Lucy?
Oh, I did not kill Lucy. I'm sorry. Oh. It's gonna allow me to kill Lucy. There was nothing like walking around in an ancient jungle. This was Lucy's 5th time to this part of the world, but she had never been to this sacred grove. She soaked in the history and the amazing views as she stood on a cliff overlooking the area. She pulled out her map to figure out where she wanted to go next. A drop of blood hit her map, then another. She felt her nose, it was dry. Then she felt the top of her head and found a large meat cleaver resting in her skull. She panicked and crashed to the ground. As her vision faded, she saw the image of a pig pulling the cleaver out of her head.
Oh my. Okay.
Did you get your horror from her dying?
I wasn't in the space with her that time, so I didn't get it.
Ah.
Thankfully. As thankfully as that can be. My turn now? Because we did the upkeep. You can't just move. Oh, I have a sprint. We're going to try to sprint. We're going to sprint real far. 1, 2, 3. Down a time. And then we're going to go for a walk. That's all I need. 1 at a time. All right. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to take a search and an atonement. And my focus. All right. Well, that was eventful, at least. Where am I at? Groundskeepers. Oh, yeah. Lucy's gone. Killer. Nobody in his space. Straight to a tarot card. He wants fresh blood. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. Otherwise, target. Move. Stab. I feel like these ones are easier for him to see. When we establish that he doesn't care about whether or not there's extra people there.
There were mushed and mangled body parts littering the ground, but Vivian had little time to find horror in it. She watched Hans run his hammer through someone, and then he swung it at her as it impacted her body. She could feel her bones shatter. She crawled across the ground, wheezing, hoping to get somewhere safe. Hans placed his foot on her leg and ended her suffering with his hammer.
We activated our dark power. Sledgehammer Massacre. For every attack, Hans attacks you and each victim in his space once. Which I think I was forgetting to do that on the last playthrough. So I probably should have died in that one a lot sooner. Anyways. It was, but I don't think I was remembering to do it because he was supposed to attack me extra times. So I should have died sooner. Maybe, well, no, maybe not.
Either way,
I don't remember.
now is not the time.
What am I doing? Panicking. Panicking this fool. I panicked the fool. I do not panic the fool. And upkeep. Moving him up. We are doing a searching. We are re-rolling this. Gosh dang it. Let's get rid of a focus and a walk for 1. Guess I'll have some mysterious pills. Discard this during the action phase and choose one of the following. Decrease horror or gain 2 hearts. Then I think we'll stop there. 2. Take away my time. I think I forgot to do that once earlier. Let's call. And do another sprint and search maybe. 9. Alright. Alright. Killer's turn. He's killing this fool. Hold on. Discard all action cards except atonement and decrease by the number of cards discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You didn't want those anyway.
Oh, I forgot to put those away. Well, at least that goes down. Okay. Go ahead with the murder.
The outhouse made Vicky want to vomit, so she decided to instead use the outdoors as her restroom. She hiked up a hill until the facilities below were far out of view. She handled her business and stood there for a moment, looking out over the grove. A twig snapped behind her and she turned her head into the blunt end of a hammer. She tumbled down the tall hill and landed on the road at the bottom, her face unrecognizable.
Oh, yeah, it probably looks like jelly now. Some strawberry jam. You can say things if you want to. You don't have to keep it to yourself. But I mean, even though Hans doesn't care about the sacred spaces here, that's even low for him. She was trying to poo at the burial ground.
No, then she deserved it.
Like, come on, man. Even I wouldn't go that far. Okay. We still got to do the tarot card. Taking souvenirs. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. Target victim. Move, stab, stab. That's 2.
Hans had James in a chokehold. He held him there with one arm, giving him just enough air to suffer. He took his cleaver to James' scalp and peeled back a few layers of skin. James fainted from the pain. Hans took the moment to place the piece of scalp in the front pocket of his apron, along with a collection of others. James lay there unconscious while Hans beat him into the ground with his hammer until his breathing ceased.
Oof.
I see it's James.
It's a different James. It's a very common name.
That was James. This was James May. Who's incapable of saving James May. James Potter, on the other hand, it's because I just didn't want to deal with him. I was hoping to save James May. Oh,
I feel like
we
I
gotta
say
do.
this topic.
I am. Increase wrath by number of victims and spaces. Well, fortunately enough, somebody's killed them all. And then unleash wrath, which is -2 time. Did I lose time from something else? Or did I just not reset? I don't think I reset. Okay. And that was that. And then for each victim killed during the killer phase, increased bloodlust. Boop, boop. It's another whore. Good grief. All right. Well, gosh. I'm going to pay back my atonement because I don't need to now. I've atoned plenty now. And get back at time. So, and not be able to, what is it? Take that. For search and a sprint. Reset. And put all these lovely cards that I had back. Where they go. Got the upkeep phase.
You're just so used to having to do nothing.
I am. This is a very good point. But I am retroactively remembering it.
Good point.
Okay. So there's nobody in a space to kill. Horrific hammer rush. If there are no victims, which there are, so dismiss. Target, move, stab. That's 2 more.
The stalls were Carter's last hope, and she tried to stay quiet, perched on top of the toilet. Then the door to the bathroom opened. She saw Hans' boots walking slowly past the stalls, stopping at hers. A hammer came through the door, and he rushed in faster than she could react. He ran the hammer straight into her chest, knocking her off the toilet, and then drew the hammer back for another swing. In moments, she was beaten into nothingness.
It's just more unruly teens coming to cause mayhem and discontent here.
Hmm.
Just can't have that. He's starting to buy into it. All right. Nobody to panic. Upkeep phase. Move him. Now it's my turn. It was like, I want to be in his space when he dies. That way I don't get completely screwed again. Because it'll go all the way back up. Although, I don't think it matters at this point because there's nothing left to... Oh no! The finale unleashes. But I don't have enough to get over there. However, Hans is likely going to move towards me. Maybe... We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it.
What'd you find?
Hopefully something good. Alright, found an aluminium bat. Whenever you inflict damage to the killer with the aluminum bat, you may immediately discard a minor dark power, including any health markers remaining on the card. Nice. Or some incense. Whenever wrath of any kind increases, increase by 1 less for a minimum increase of 1. Oh, I forgot about I am going to... What does that do? Take the top 2 item cards, place the other on top face up or underneath face down. Just tap on the keys, you might actually do something. So I'm taking a bat.
Taking a bat?
It's the best weapon I've had so far. And I guess we're going to try to run for it now. I'm going to move 2 or 3 spaces. I think 2 is fine. 1, 2. So I want to try to draw him this way, right?
Why?
Further away from that guy.
He's not gonna target that guy.
I don't know. I don't know how to treat the holy man. I mean, he is technically a victim. But being a holy man, I'd imagine he would want to avoid him. Because the holy man's going to come to him. What do you think?
I think he's a victim and should be treated thusly.
That's going to change how I feel about things. Get rid of those. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to trade that up. What?
Nothing?
Calling me a cheater?
Nope.
And then we're going to walk. Of course.
You're a super walk.
1, 2, and tap down. Jeez. So that's my turn because I'm out of cards. So, I'm gonna take a close call and a guard because he's going to attack me anyways. Alright, Hans's turn. Nobody in his space. Hans wants me. Oh. You know what I'm doing? Hans wants me. He's always wanted me. Target final girl. Move, stab. So I'm going to guard that.
So you immediately remove the holy man. There you go.
I'm gonna risk it. 4, 5. Better than nothing. All right. So that's phase over. Panic. Everybody's dead, including these dice. You're dead to me. Upkeep phase. We are in this. So bloodlust increases, which is troublesome because he heals. So bloodlust increases. Target, move, stat. And then increase wrath, unleash wrath, increase by 1. In addition to all of that.
I'd like to be an optimist here, but I don't see this going well for you.
Probably not.
The odds are decidedly not in your favor.
No. So we're back to my turn. That stays there. We're gonna beat him with a baseball bat. I get 3.
Would you like to expound on that thought?
It's 1 damage, but I'm gonna take a damage, which I don't want to do. I think I'm gonna go for the guaranteed thing and do 2 damages. And going to do a short rest. So down 1, but I get a heart. And then I'm going to take these mysterious pills for 2 hearts. All right, and then I'm going to keep that. I'm going to take a close call. Guard. No, I should just take my retaliate for 4. And hopefully something works out.
Well, then don't you have to put the close call back? You only had 4 time.
I had 5. I'd already bought the close call. Be nice if this kind of turned out like the other one. All right. So, killer's turn. Bloodlust up, which means he heals. Because he has a healy bit. Target doesn't need to move. He's going to attack me. I am going to retaliate. I'm going to not be so conservative now. Turn one of those to a success, which gives me reduce damage from attack by 2, so I'm still taking 3, but I do 2 damage to him. I'm still technically alive.
Still alive.
Out of everything. And then Unleash Wrath, which is minus 2 time. Increase by 1. And Panic and Upkeep phase. Nothing to do there. I'm going to give this up. to give myself 5 to take a close call. The guard. And sprint, I think. Yeah. Try to get out of here. Put all this fun stuff back. No, it's like we're back at the beginning of the game where everything's relatively balanced as far as my card handling. His turn, right?
His turn.
Bloodlust up. Kills one. Target move doesn't need to attack. Guard it. We get 3 dice now, though. Let's get those all up. Ignore all damage. Okay.
Unleash wrath.
Unleash wrath. Horror.
And
Yay.
increase by 1.
And increase by 1. Alright. Nobody to panic. Nothing to upkeep. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. Ooh. Or should I hit him first? Should I try hitting him first?
Probably.
Oh, I should put that card down.
Whoops.
Well, this is just over anyways. I'm going to make it at least worth it. I smack him in the face with my bat, and it dings off his head and hits me in my head, and I die. I should have just ran for it.
You should have. You should have been a coward.
Because I could have at least gotten the one thing and still had some time. But who knows what the future would have held. That was a hard one. I don't know. These have all 3 been really hard for...
I was going to say, haven't they all been hard?
Like, I feel like the 3 killers and the organism were much easier. I particularly think this one's generally hard because it's the only one we had forever. And with Inkinyaba, it is exceptionally hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot.
It's a lot going on, and like that Divine Wrath just goes like nobody's business sometimes. And
But at least you managed to save people this time.
I did. I was so close to filling out.
That's something.
And then I lost all of my cards. Because that's what I was going to do. I was going to go save 2 more people and at least get my card flipped over, which gives me extra ouchies. But no.
Alas.
Man, I did really good with health, and I didn't walk myself to death. The only time I hurt myself was there at the end. Let's see here. Although I didn't have Lucy's horror that completely screwed me this time.
This is true.
Because that's what got me to burn through the terror. Because by the time that happened, I was already at the top, and it just
Looped around
3 to 5 times. 3 or 4 times, whatever.
Lucy making you loopy.
I don't know what I see in this girl. She keeps leading these places where I end up having to watch her die.
You have to do this for all of eternity, all 3 of you.
Very Legend of Zelda.
Very Legend of Zelda. I am on a never-ending quest to save my girlfriend.
So you've said.
She's even blonde. All right, so that was that. Thanks for watching. All over the place. Don't forget, comment down below if there's anything that you'd like me to address in the wrap up when we do that at the end of the franchise. All of our links are down below for the eBay store, where there's always minis and new ones going up sometimes, and our social medias, but I normally do stuff here on YouTube's because it's convenient. What else is there? If you found any humor or value in this, please share it with somebody else. That way they can enjoy as well, and our numbers can grow, because that's how this works. And until next time, live to roll.